Hello, this is Pooja Chaturvedi, and you're listening to the Lounge Podcast, a weekly show that brings you news from the world of music, movies, art, and culture. Today's show is about an exhibition that presents the mythological Indian god Hanuman in a 3D avatar. Titled 40 Hymns of Faith, this animated and interactive exhibition by visual artist Charuvi Agrawal revolves around Hanuman and the much revered prayer Hanuman Chalisa. The multi-story exhibition comprises an app that plays tunes on the philosophy and the stories related to Hanuman Chalisa. For good measure, there is a 12-minute movie on Hanuman with the voiceover by the Bollywood actor Amitabh Bachchan. And if that's not all, there is a huge structure of Hanuman made of 26,500 bells portraying the special relationship between Hanuman and Ram. All very interactive and engaging. That's enough of background. Let's hear it from the artist Charuvi Agrawal. Hello Charu, welcome to the Lounge Podcast.
Thanks, Pooja. Thank you so much for welcoming me.
Okay, so you tell us about your exhibition 40 Hymns of Faith, and that combines technology and spirituality. I mean, it's
That's right.
an unusual combination.
The idea was to step beyond the conventional boundary rather than having those static art shows that we have in this country and design an experience that connects spirituality with a sense of physicality. Because India is so rich in mythology, and we thought of, going beyond and creating this experience where the user gets lost. A common man, basically gets lost and starts relating their stories, their idea of faith to actual artworks.
Okay, that's very interesting. And I believe there are many elements like a movie and even an app as part of your show. What's the idea behind the app?
The app is basically a reinvention of experiencing the mythology in an interactive way. So it basically explores, it also helps devotees to recite prayers and but immerse themselves into a magical world of mythology. And each verse, because Chalisa has 40 verses, so every verse is interactive. So user gets to interact with every verse. And they get to play around, learn the stories associated with the Chalisa. It's a fun, interactive app.
Oh, that's very interactive, and also is it free or do we need to subscribe to it?
The app would be available on Apple Store, and it's going to be a paid app most likely. Though we are in talks with the developing team and probably will come out with a free version, which would probably last for a few days. And people can probably download. It's going to be a trial version, so they get to download and have the app a few days, which will be completely free. So we are still deciding whether to go for a free app or paid directly. And it's going to be a paid app for sure later on.
Okay. The bell structure of Hanuman that comprises of 26,500 bells, I mean that's huge. How did that come by?
See, since we are exploring the idea of spirituality, the idea was to, read about rituals basically. So unlike any common man who visits a temple, the first thing you do is you ring a bell when you go inside a temple, right? So that basically generates positive vibrations. And Hanuman in the text has been described with a lot of magnificence, valor and glistening persona. So that's how I thought of creating this structure, which was 25 feet high. It's a completely floating sculpture and composed of approximately 26,000 bells. So that's how the idea came in. Why not create this entire huge structure, humongous in nature, and it's composed of those bells itself. And it's all interactive, so we'll have a khadaun placed on a pillar, and the khadaun is basically Ram's divine feet. So the moment you touch the feet, it triggers the sensors, and the entire structure starts ringing and vibrating.
So I mean that's how I believe interaction is very important in your exhibition. Is it so? I mean, do you want to interact a message or send through a message through your exhibition? What do you want to interact?
Puja was interactive in means that, unlike any other art show where you have sculptures, those are static. The reason why we have added interaction is because you're participating. Because in this digital age, we are constantly participating. We are dependent on our cell phones. We are dependent on every single technology. And there's this active participation happening on a daily basis. So we thought of why not to make the user interact rather than being an audience. There's no point being sitting there and just looking at a piece. What if the person immerses themselves into the piece and becomes a part of an experience?
Okay, that sounds great. So what are your future plans now? Anything in pipeline for now?
We have a lot of things in pipeline, to be very honest. But the first and the foremost important thing is to finish this exhibition, wrap up the show. And in fact, it's going to be a traveling show, so we'll keep on traveling to different cities, hopefully. And meanwhile, we are developing a lot of other interactive installations which are there in the pipeline, and a couple of films which are going to be fun. And the main core is to explore the idea of senses. How do we incorporate, people to experience different senses?
That sounds wonderful. All the best for your future projects.
Thank you so much, Pooja.
Okay, bye.
Great. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Bye, Pooja.
Bye, bye, bye. 40 Hymns of Faith will be held in Delhi on the 3rd of April at the Indira Gandhi National Centre. For all lovers of myths, this is a real treat. And for those who are not, these are some awesome graphics and animations. Thanks for listening in, have a great weekend, and do write to us at feedback@livemint.com.